which Goombas seem to have actually. They pick up the Chen now, and I think Chen's a great hero versus Ember Spirit. Lots of extra heals, and Ember can overextend.
Disruptor is considered also a counter towards Ember Spirit. Just put it over a remnant where he'll be coming back to after his Slay of Fist or something, and then he won't be able to go away anymore. He'll be stuck. It's very easy to land stuff.
Yeah, I think Goomba, they have a good lineup versus the Ember Spirit. They have ways of locking him down, and, they have a Lycan. They have more than enough physical damage. He can even boost up the physical damage of his whole team. And Goomba, they have good push as well now. For them is that, maybe Disruptor doesn't have too much in the way of damage, and actually right now, they do have the silence in the kinetic field, but they don't have any, hardcore stuns, nothing like Avenge Stun or anything like that. It's just a straight point-and-click stun. They have things like Clockwork, Hook Shot, and Disruptor's combo. It's
neither
all
as Power Rangers though. I mean, the poison is there, of course, at some point, and perhaps
both teams are situationally. Both teams are relying on situational stuff to actually shut down either team. The nice thing for Power Rangers though is that they have a Weaver and an Ember Spirit. So Goomba, they're probably going to have to either get both of them in a Disruptor combo or just rely on hoping the Weaver just doesn't have enough items to do damage.
Yeah, Venomant's our last ban here for Goomba. We're gonna have also Goomba having the advantage of having the last pick. They know exactly what they're up against. I mean, there is a small chance that Darkseer is in the jungle, Weaver offlane, Ember safe lane, and still something else mid, or something like that, if you want to be really greedy, that is. But it is an option. So Power Rangers are going to be the one to pick first, and therefore giving Goomba a bit of an advantage to react to that one. For Goomba, we're still expecting a mid laner, of course. And a mid laner that can do well against an Ember Spirit is not really that common, as in there are very little mid heroes that can actually kill off an Ember. You might be able to slow him down in terms of farm, but you can't kill him really easily. So which hero? Whoa.
Okay then.
I mentioned that the greedy Darkseer would be an option, but I wasn't actually expecting it to happen.
Does this mean
Support Gonka! Support Gonka! No.
It could be the support Kunkka. Honestly, it could still be that, but I guess Power Rangers are going to run this very, very greedily. That's slightly worrying for me, considering Goomba, they have Lycan Chen. That's a pretty strong early push combo. They might end up losing a lot of towers before any of these heroes are online. And Doom is the last pickup. I like this pickup.
Oh.
They don't have much in the way of hard stuns, but now they have a silence. They can just drop that on the Weaver or the Ember Spirit and say, whatever, we're not concerned about you in this fight anymore. We can deal with the rest of your team.
Yeah. I like it. I am kind of wondering if it's aggressive enough, but they just need to get that Chen Disruptor active early on and make sure that Clockwork gets his levels, and then I think they're going to be okay. I'm at least a lot more confident with their draft than I was in a previous game, which I'm very happy for, because I just hope that they are also able to make it work for them, because last lineup I didn't have confidence, and apparently that was rightfully so. This lineup, I do have confidence. I'm actually kind of wonky about Power Rangers confidence. It looks like we are going to have a mid Kunkka, which is going to be up against the Doom, so that will be interesting, meaning that the Darkseer will indeed go into the jungle, because you cannot have an Ember Spirit that is not getting farm, right?
Yeah, he absolutely has to get farm. That's something that anybody that tells you different is a crazy person that's just wrong. Ember Spirit needs a fair amount of farm, especially, he can do a lot of early stuff without farm, with the just the Flame Guard build and running in like that, but after that, I mean, he just has to sort of go for it, and, well, we have a pause here. Are we going to have this remake?
Apparently we are. Well,
I don't know.
So far nobody is doing anything yet, so don't know. Only if you accept.
Alright, I guess we are then.
Good guy teams, basically. So
what nice people.
Yeah. So we have got ourselves a very greedy lineup for Power Rangers. I kind of also think that if, depending on the support combination, it is justified, right? I mean, Chen and Disruptor can make a lot of stuff happen, but are also supports that at some point just want to get levels. And it's not like there's easy heroes to kill off. I mean, killing off a Weaver is not easy. Ember Spirit is not easy, as he can, even if he's not level 6, he has, of course, got his Flame Guard, so he has that. And then you've got yourself a Kunkka that is supposedly fairly tanky as well, and he'll be in the mid lane, so he'll be out leveling those supports quite hard. And a last hero, Darkseer, also not one that you want to be going on 1 versus 1. So who are you going to try to shut down first? Is it the Ember?
I feel like you would shut down the Ember more than anything, just because that hero is newer, so people aren't quite as sure how to deal with him. Otherwise, I feel like the Ember should be your main target. He probably has the most potential damage out of all of them as well. The Kunkka, though, I mean, that's something we've not talked a huge amount about. If he gets very, very farmed, he does basically the same thing that Ember Spirit does. Cleave everybody, hit everybody on the enemy team, and he can do a huge amount of damage. He does rely on just one lucky crit, though, sometimes, going into the late game.
Yeah, I do. I have to say, every time I see my loading screen, it's so pretty. I got the Vengeful Spirit one. So good. So, I was kind of distracted. And, yeah, well, remake is done. That's good. It looks like no problems loading in either, so that's good too. It's all pick, of course. Once again, though, this is the last game. No, this is not the last game. This could be the last game. What am I saying? It's the last match.
Wow.
So,
just writing off Goomba there
no,
and then
it is the last match. I meant last match.
Yeah, I heard you do it. I heard you do it.
Last match. So this is the last semi-finals. We're gonna, in this series, decide who will be up against Total Aggression tomorrow in the grand finals. So far, Power Rangers is 1 game up compared to Goomba, as we are in game number 2 of a best of 3 series. Goomba is, of course, going to try to force out a 3rd game, while Power Rangers will try to take the game out right now. As apparently Goomba is way more adverse in pressing Alt-Enter than Power Rangers is. So we have to wait until the timer ticks down. But yeah, semi-finals is what we are watching right now, so I have to say, I'm having faith in this one that it's going to be a lot more even game than the previous one. I am not sure if I would entirely favor Goomba, but
I would favor Goomba's strategy.
Only if they're aggressive enough. That's the main thing.
Yeah, they do have to get these towers down fairly early, and the thing is, I really like the Doom pickup because they know that PR, they're also running a fairly greedy, sort of semi-support, semi-jungle-ish hero. The thing is, are they going to be able to push early enough with this? And what are the sort of items that they're going to go for on this? Because, I mean, really, he's just there for lockdown. I imagine maybe something like well, he's not going to go Vlad's because Lycan will do that. I don't know what he's going to go for, really.
Doom will go for the mech. No, Chen will go for the mech.
Chen will go for the mech, right?
Doom will go for the AC. Refresher Orb.
30 seconds to battle.
Maybe
I mean, Refresher Orb, if he can get it, I'm sure it would be awesome, but I'm not sure he can get that. I think it's going to be interesting, this one. PR, they're almost relying more on just saying sort of individual skill. You know, they're playing 3 very, very powerful, but quite skill shot heavy and mobile, but easy to kill.
A couple have some very nice one-more combo potential, though.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Especially heroes like Kunkka and Ember Spirit working together, they can blow whole teams up. Yeah, and Vacuum as well. There's a lot that they can do with this.
Yeah, so the potential is definitely there.
Yeah, it's just not reliable. I mean, they have probably one of the most unreliable heroes in the game, which is Kunkka. I mean, Tidebringer, going in with crit items normally once you've got your Shadow Blade up. Torrent almost always misses. Boat, the same thing can be said for the Ghost Ship. It's not exactly reliable. Goomba, they have a very reliable lineup.
Is this a support Darkseer? Yes.
Hello,
guess
it is.
Pound fist or face-to-fist combat. Let's take a look at who's playing what, as we do have an aggressive tri-lane with, a support Darkseer, and nobody was expecting that one. Played by FNG.
This actually makes a lot of sense.
Well, iron shells are nice. He actually did pick up a shield, so he'll take the small camp here without any problems. But yeah, J4 will play the Dazzle. He'll be the other support here on the aggressive tri-lane. We've got Moon farming it up on the Weaver. On the other lane, farming lane, we've got ourselves an Ember Spirit, played by Cheshire Cat. In middle, it's Scandal on his Kunkka, as I do believe that we're going to have most action coming out on the top lane. as it looks like Chen is really chasing down FNG, but FNG is gonna be A-okay.
Yeah, speaking of Chen, do you want me to go through the
Yes,
Goomba
please.
lineup here? The carry for the team against this aggressive tri-lane, he might struggle here. It is going to be Odie on the Lycan. The support for him in the lane is the Nino. He's up on the Disruptor. In the jungle, it is going to be Rain here on the Chen. The mid lane for the team, it's going to be Nier and the Doom. He's going to be a crucial part of their lineup, hoping that he can doom the right targets in the fights. And last but not least, it's Clockwork Chill. On this offlane here, he's already burnt off all of Cheshire Cat's mana. This is something I talk about every time I get to see Clockwork 1v1 lane, but if you could burn the mana of a hero, particularly one like Cheshire Cat is on here, the Ember Spirit, you can definitely solo kill him. That said, he has picked up a haste rune here, so he's probably not going to, but yeah, look at the way Chill is zoning him out from the lane here, and Cheshire Cat apparently just runs into the cogs for no reason.
Yep, he just likes the cogs.
It's like, oh, they're so magnetic, and just runs into them and gets electrocuted.
Yep. Shiny, like a bug, attracted to the light.
You saying that Cheshire Cat is a moth?
Maybe. I like what FNG is doing. He's really disrupting the pools from the Nino, and he is actually doing a very good job with it and getting a lot of farm as well. He might actually go down though, getting netted by the troll coming out from the Chen, and the glimpse is there as well. Back to port, and there you go. Rain gets the first blood on his Chen, and I was totally gonna sing about the Chen, by the way, but I'll don't do it now. Because you made a punny that could very well be turned into a song.
Did I? I didn't even mean to. There's been a lot of puns today, I'm surprised. What did I say?
Jungle, the dire jungle, the Chen from Screams Tonight.
Alright, that's...
You said in the dire jungle, that's all you needed to do. Or in the jungle. In the jungle, you said.
Alright, okay, I guess I can get behind that one. It's a little bit weird, though.
Oh, they're diving here. Already the poison up on Odie. He's gonna be in some trouble. He's only level 1 poison, though, but it's still enough to slow him down so that J4 can try to get in position to get the right clicks off. A couple more needed for the kill. There it is. And Disruptor also not gonna live. All those Iron Shells doing the works, and Moon actually with the Shakushi gets the kill. 2-0, getting some revenge for having FNG killed earlier on.
Yeah, I mean, this is the problem with running a dual lane and versus an aggressive tri-lane, particularly one that seems to be working pretty well as well. The Darkseer, a little bit of an unusual option in this tri-lane, but now that he's got level 2 Ion Shell up, that does do a lot of damage versus people. The big thing for me is Rain's jungling. Alright, he's managed to stack up 2 of these medium camps here. And one of them, a particularly large number of creeps in them, because twice they've spawned a ton, and they're actually going to smoke up and go mid here. I think this is a pretty smart option. Scandal, he's not a hero with any escapes, although he is quite tanky.
He can run, he has an Invis rune though, but there's a Sentry Ward already down, they know that, and they can probably glimpse him back if only he stays in range of the Sentry Ward. Kinetic Field is there, can they take him down? Another Sentry Ward to go down, he cannot escape, he will get picked off, and it is the Nino that gets the kill this time. Large amount of Sentry Wards used, but definitely worth it, especially if they get a tower off the back of this as well. Goomba, they are doing the same thing as Power Rangers did in the first game, just having that Howl helping out. They've got the Chen with the extra creeps, and they are just putting up a lot of pressure here in this middle lane, as in the meantime, on the top lane, Odie is in trouble. He's gonna try to teleport out. There's no poison anymore to stop him from doing this, and he will be okay.
Nice play from Odie there. Just as soon as the poison had been used, he's like, right, I'm TPing out. The interesting thing for me is this absolute sort of man fight between these two heroes on the bottom lane. Both of them are being forced to bottle crow a little bit. Actually, I'm not sure Chill has bottle crowed yet, but Cheshire Cat has certainly bottle crowed twice in this lane here, as Chill has just been hurting him mana-wise. And of course, if Cheshire Cat ever does completely run out of mana on this lane, he'll probably die to Chill, but yeah, it's a pretty close fight between the two of them. Last hits seem to be going the way of the Ember Spirit, despite this Lycan's Howl that's going up. But actually, in the meantime, Darkseer gets picked off here.
I'm not sure what he was doing on that side of the woods. Oh god, I missed.
And now they're actually going to farm up at least one of these. Yeah, both of these jungle
Oh,
stacks.
he doomed. I'm not sure if he can do that. Oh, Scandal is going to get that kill, and the Doom is not going to do anything. That's a wasted Doom. I think the boat buff actually, he's going to die.
He's going to go. He's going to go from this.
Nicely done. That boat debuff, of course, running out will then still do the damage that you would have taken earlier on. So, boat buff.
Yeah, the damage that you take after the boat debuff goes isn't fatal, but Doom certainly is, and he ends up going down to that The Doom, I mean, he gets caught out there. Combos, like I said before, Kunkka, very unreliable, but if he hits his combo, his damage potential is huge.
Yeah.
And, I mean, PR right now, they're putting a lot of pressure on the side of Goomba, particularly on Odie, who's still not hit level 4 yet. As a carry on the safe lane, this is pretty bad for him.
We're gonna see if they can catch up to Rain. They're trying. Moon is chasing it down. In the meantime, the poison is already up on Odie, but we're following Moon. He gets the kill. Odie, in the meantime, is safe next to his tower for the moment. Hook shot, catches Moon. His time lapse is already on cooldown because he used it to get away from the base of the Dire. Chill, though, those iron shells, they force him out. Moon gonna be able to chase in just a second, as it is Nier that wants to try and get J4. He can't do it though. J4 is out safe with that surge helping him out. And now Cheshire Cat going for Nier. Should be able to get the kill with the Flame Guard. A couple of burns needed. Can he get it done? The burns actually go away, but the Iron Shell will still be there. FNG gets the kill. They're diving really far. They're playing so aggressive here for Power Rangers, and it is working out.
Yeah, and the thing is, Goomba, they've just not been given time to group up and try and take a tower push. And even if they did, at this stage, they just don't have the levels and farm that they need. They need, you know, maybe even just level 6 on the Chen to actually go and take a tower. Lycan, he needs more levels. He needs at least a Vlad's probably as well.
Boat. Hits on Nier. Doesn't hit on Rain, though, as Dazzle was the one that came too close to the secrets and died. And so I know there's no
nice pick off for the side of Goomba, but it's only going to delay them for a moment, and it doesn't even look to be delaying them. I mean, PR, they're still positioned in the enemy jungle. The only one who's not playing that aggressively is Scandal, who's being gone on the mid lane here, doomed up.
Yeah, I'm not sure. There's not enough damage this time. No boat debuff helping, or slash buff helping Nier out. In the meantime, on the top lane, we've got Odie trying to run away from Moon, but he can't. Iron Shell Weaver is pretty damn annoying to be up against. And OD, his Lycan is still level 5. By this time in the previous game, we already had... Well, Weaver still picked up there. We already had a Vlad's up on Lycan, and the first couple of towers were already dead. In the meantime, on the bottom lane, Chill is trapped in Cheshire Cat, who's out of mana. He can't really get away, and will go down. Nicely done by Chill. That's a solo kill for him. First kill of the game for him as well. First involvement in a game, in a death, I should say, because he's already been involved in the top lane, of course, in the fight earlier, but he was able to get away from that one in the end.
Yeah, he had a nice hook shot in that situation earlier, but too many ion shells, and Cheshire Cat was on fire as well, which is the person he jumped on, so he ended up taking a ton of damage just getting in there. Clockwork, I mean, he's going to have to do a lot of work for his team. Every time this hook shot's off cooldown, he pretty much has to get a kill, and that's not exactly easy because of Dazzle being on the field. In fact, in the mid lane, Scandal stayed in the fight, looked like he was going to go down, went very aggressively forward, but he knew that the Dazzle was TPing in behind him, so he got the shallow grave off, and it's like they were trying to bait in Nier as well as the Nino, but they didn't manage to kill him off, and still, the side of PR, they've just taken so much map control from Goomba, and
both combo,
Goomba, they're
let's
desperately
see.
trying.
Cheshire Cat jumps in, Kinetic Field is still there though, and we're gonna see Nier picked up, but Scandal might be following him. Armor coming out from J4, helping them out. Chill in some trouble. Chill might be more than just some trouble, but the cogs make sure that Cheshire Cat's not chasing Scandal. What are you doing? He gets a grave. For the moment, he is okay. No more mana up on J4 though, but it's okay. He's gonna be able to get away the Torrent just to make sure that none of the creeps of the Chen were chasing him. They get the Doom and get out without anybody dying on their part.
Yeah, and that's a big part of what PR's lineup are good at doing at this point. They have the Dazzle up. He's actually, he's got 2 points in shallow grave here, so he's able to use that shallow grave more often and from further away. And I think that's a big part of why PR are able to do so well at this stage of the game. Oh, and also the fact is that Goomba just don't have any items right now. I mean, look at their Lycan. He's got a Basilius and Boots of Speed.
Look at the net
Even
worth.
the Doom.
It's just scary.
He's trying for a Vanguard, but yeah. The net worth is... I haven't even looked at it. I almost don't want to, but...
It's the highest on the
hurts.
side of Goomba is Chill on his Clockwork, and he is lower than the shutdown Kunkka in the mid lane.
Yeah, that hurts a fair amount, and like you said, that Kunkka not exactly had a great time in the middle lane. 1, 2, and 1, and still above anybody but... Well, no, above anybody on the side of Goomba.
Smoke
They
up
have
now
to
for
group up
Goomba.
and try and take
They-
something.
yeah.
They have to take a big advantage in these next couple fights. Otherwise, the gold lead will probably end up insurmountable.
And next to that, I mean, it might be like the kills are looking 7-7, right? But every time that Power Rangers has been able to get a kill, they got a farm off the back of it, they got a tower off the back of it, and they're just able to find those moments to steal and fight and just have the perfect momentum going. That is the main difference in this one. Just being able to find the farm in between the fights that go both ways.
Yeah, and Goomba, they're not able to find the farm in between the fights because they get zoned out too easily. I mean, they had a Lycan up. He ended up being left alone there because the supports on Goomba were needed. PR, they rotated their supports as well, and it ended up being Moon versus just the Lycan. I mean, that's a Weaver versus a melee hero. That's never going to go well.
Teleport incoming here for the Darkseer. The tower still gets destroyed by the Lycan, but the boat will clear out the Chen. They're going to look to try and take down Nier here. Can they actually do this? Vacuum comes in into the cogs. Let's see if they can actually take him. Nier still seems to be seemingly trapped. Gets a Doom off an FNG, who does go down to the Nino Chill. Should be able to get away from this one and turns into a one-on-one Chen for Darkseer.
I mean,
why
at
did I
this
say
stage,
Lycan?
any trades
How
are
did
pretty
Lycan
much
get the
worth
tower?
it.
He wasn't even there. Did he have wolves there? I guess he had wolves.
Yeah, he had his wolves in the fight.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
They were giving it a little bit of a help there, but I think the big thing about that fight there is that Darkseid, he held off on using his mech for a very long time there. Doom eventually just doomed him up, and of course at that point, you're not just silenced, you're completely muted, so you can't even use your items, and yeah, the Darkseid goes down without having used his mech, and otherwise, if they'd been able to use it earlier, they might have saved Chill, but, well, Lycan and Chen's ulti is used for Odie, but he managed to get out on the top lane. And
Chill's on the other team.
Sorry?
If Darkseer was able to save or use the mech earlier, then doesn't matter
I'm
for
saying
Chill.
if he'd used his mech, and they would have got Chill.
Oh,
Because
I thought
Chill
you
was
said
going low in
save
that
Chill. I
fight.
was like, what? No, nobody would save Chill.
Sorry. I probably said save, but I meant they would have been able to get a kill on Chill, maybe turn it around. But
Wow.
yeah, in the end, they lose their Darkseer, and they don't get the counter kill up on Chill, despite the fact that he was pretty aggressively in there.
Now, we see this more often, but Cheshire Cat went for Boots of Travel first item. And I mean, he doesn't need to be the carry in this game, because Moon is doing an amazing job at that already, so there's not pressure to take any real damage items. He goes for Boots of Travel to help with the split push, I guess, to stop the Lycan from doing his thing? Or what do you make of it?
I mean, Boots of Travel are great on Ember Spirit for a lot of different reasons. Yeah, it's good for dealing with split push anyway.
Kinetic Field, Static Storm, J4, you're dead. That's a very, very dead J4. However, the boat, the Torrent, the boat's not enough to reach Teal, but I don't think it matters. Moon is going to get the kill. The Nino is going to be the second one to go down if he is not unlucky. A smoke comes up. The cavalry is there. Moon, you might be in some trouble. He still wants to get the Nino though, but Cheshire Cat coming to help out. Gets doomed the moment he shows his face and just continues running through the fight. Scandal will look to find some pickups though. The kinetic field is not going to keep the Nino safe, as the kinetic field is already over by the time Scandal wants to leave it. Chen goes down. It is 3-0. The Doom now has worn off, and Cheshire Cat can come back to try and take down Odie, and I think he's going to be successful. The Bugs chase him, and the Bugs will get the last hit there too. Moon, double kill, triple kill, as there are 4 dead people on the side of Goomba in this fight. And they were the ones initiated by getting a quick kill on Dazzle with using 2 ults on him.
Yeah, I think the big moment in that fight is that they ended up using the Doom on Cheshire Cat. Cheshire Cat had just used Flame Guard and it ended up doing no damage to him. Cheshire Cat even stayed in the fight at one point and started right-clicking with a Doom on him. And he took no damage. He took absolutely no damage. They used the Doom on him instead of using it on the Weaver, and actually Kunkka, surprisingly enough, gets taken out in the end, but I guess that was Wolves?
Yeah, that must have been Wolves.
Come on, Wolves was so irritating.
Yeah, and invisible.
That's a pick-off you don't expect to see.
Nope. The gold graph is looking pretty favorable for Power Rangers. We're only 15 minutes into the game, so this might not look like a lot, but it's 7k gold in 15 minutes time, which is quite excessive. And experience graph shows the same thing, especially after last fight, of course, puts them almost at 10k in favor, which comes back to having 3 level 11s and a level 10 on the side of Power Rangers, while Goomba has got the Clockwork at level 10, but the rest is all level 8. Nothing else. Wow, that's a glimpse back. They find Moon. Moon stuck in the kinetic field. Can they take him down? The Doom comes up for J4, so he's not going to be able to save Moon, but perhaps the time lapse is going to be in time? No, there it is, and he goes back. The boat comes back as well. Near Hand of God will not save him, and Rain is going to be the next target. Kinetic Field will hold in Cheshire Cat, but Moon is still, or Rather than Chen is still dead. Teleport out for at least the Disruptor, so he's going to be the one to survive that one. But that all started with trying to take down Moon. They can't do it fast enough, and they pay for it. They pay for it dearly.
Yeah, and the big thing there is that the Darkseer turned up at just at the right time with the mech. He was able to save both J4 and the Weaver then. The Weaver got out, time-lapsed. Even though they used the Doom on the Dazzle, they still got the Weaver out of there. I mean, a turnaround in that fight for PR, but things have been going their way this game, the whole game, I'd say.
Yeah. The fights have just been turned around. I mean, it's painful to see, but Goomba, they cannot make anything out of this. They try. And they get some split push going at the same time as OD is able to get a tower top. But it's far from going well for them. Now, they have a Lycan, and we've seen it before, so they can split push this till they win the game, perhaps. But not if Power Rangers keeps playing this very aggressive. And this Darkseer, who was a support Darkseer, he looks to be having the same time, as a better time than an offlane Darkseer we saw, I believe, earlier today. He has a mechanism, he's building towards a pipe, he's fairly rich, he's just doing really well. Support Darkseer in new meta.
It's all about the lanes. That's all I can say. And interestingly enough,
J4
shot onto Mad Bomber.
Vacuum still going to be there, trying to save J4. He gets a great buff. Mechanism comes out as well, and now Chill's going to be the one in trouble. In comes Cheshire Cat, doesn't get the Slay of Fists off, and we will not be getting a kill. By the way, this tower is a free. Yeah.
I was just going to say the same thing. Chill was just sitting next to the tower, and then he hook shot off. But yeah, that tower was free gold. Clockwork does manage to get the deny though.
Yeah. Looks like Cheshire Cat still hasn't had enough. The boat will come in, hits on near. Will they go in on it? Gloom's back. They kind of have to if they want to save Cheshire Cat. The grave is there. Is that enough though? Can he get away? The Doom comes out, and it is Ember Spirit that is the one to receive all the hate and goes down. Down also goes the Dazzle as Chen was able to get that one with one test of faith. Now Scandal in trouble. Scandal more than in trouble though. Scandal kind of dead. The Surge won't save him. Cheshire Cat is back in this. He bought back, but it looks to be a dieback. He tries to jump out, but he doesn't know where to go. Can they glimpse him back still maybe as well? Is the glimpse still there? It is there if need be, but they don't need it. They're going to get the kill anyway. A dieback for sure, and that is Power Rangers. Perhaps
FNG got pulled back as well.
Nice glimpse, and Chill already ready with the cogs. Vacuum comes out, but it's not going to be enough. FNG will get picked off. Nicely done. That is 5 heroes dead, or was it 4? Because I don't believe Weaver was locked in that fight, but 4 dead, 5 dead if you count Ember twice. For the side of Power Rangers, that is painful, and that is Roshan.
Yeah, that's a big turnaround for them,
Mr.
but Moon is just going to try and harass them and stop them from doing this Roshan. They don't have actually a Vlad's yet on their team, so that's something they're missing. The Lycan's going for a straight Necrobook. He's managed to get Necrobook 2 just from that fight. I mean, it is a big turnaround boot for Goomba, but the advantage is still pretty heavily in favor of PR.
Well, this might be just the edge they need. There comes a Torn and a boat though. Will hit upon near, extra minus armor for him as well. Lycan still gets the Aegis, but might lose it straight away. Nice kinetic field and static storm. Locks on 2. Cheshire Cat dead for the 3rd time in a row. Moon picked up as well. J4 dead as well. That's a double kill for near, and they get 3 and don't lose a single thing, not even an Aegis, and that is definitely a comeback if I've ever seen one. Look at that experience graph looking all shiny going towards that 0 line.
Yeah, some absolutely crazy fights from Goomba, and the big thing that's working in their favor is this static storm. Every time they get a good static storm, they can try and turn around the fight. And the thing is as well, the big one for me is Cheshire Cat is not doing enough, considering he went for the safe lane farm. He ended up not doing that great in the lane versus Chill. Chill did a great job of burning off his mana with the cogs, and he ended up even getting a solo kill on him, and I mean, he's just got
Vacuum into boat into wall. Mechanism comes out for Goomba. They might be able to survive this, but they have to be fast. Kinetic field not going to be in time. Teleport out from Chen. He's out safe. Nero's not going to make it though. Aegis. It is the Lycan that is back off. He's going to try to run. He's already in wolf form, looking for a way out. He's running. X-Max back. He will be right back here with the team of Power Rangers who get 3 from that initiation. That was basically Dota porn right there.
That was one hell of an initiation. I did not expect to see that coming out from them.
Nope, me neither.
And just after Goomba had started to bring this game back, I mean, the vacuum into Ghost Ship, what a combo.
That
The
was
mech almost looked like it was going to save them. They only, in the end, managed to get the Chen out of there, and I think the Clockwork too. But
the Hand of God
that's
was
just
on
not
cooldown.
enough.
That was such a shame, though. Like with the mech and the Hand of God, they can use those and maybe get it to come back going. But with only the mech, wasn't enough. Oh, they need a pipe.
They need a lot of stuff.
They need a
lot of stuff. Especially now the Weaver he's going to finish up a Desolator here. This is 22 minutes into the game. They do have the Vladimir's offering up. They actually picked it up on the Doom here, but they're struggling for items. He's not got upgraded boots. Chill is pretty much the only one on the team, along with now the Lycan, who's got anything close to what he would want at this stage of the game. And the Lycan's not exactly where he'd like to be. This is a hard farming hero that likes to get ahead and push a lot of towers, and he's just got a Necrobook 2. And Necrobook 2, I mean, great item, but that's all he's got.
Yeah, and he's
look
gonna
at
be
the
fighting up
Weaver. He's
against
got
the Weaver with a
Lincolns
Deso.
and a Deso. Yeah.
I mean, he's worth as well. I mean, it's scary. They were just on the way back. That fight kind of set them back. And you know what that fight does next to, of course, forcing them back from taking the tower? I mean, they lost 3 heroes. It could have been way worse because they were kind of caught out like that. But in mindset, I mean, that was so scary that Goomba will be playing extra careful. And I'm not sure if that's going to be the good thing to do in this game.
Yeah, I mean, Goomba, they just have to try and group up and push. It really is their only fallback plan, because if they group up and push, they have the Chen, they have all their team fight around them, they can doom any target they like to, they have good team fight that backs that up, but the thing is that PR can probably push faster.
J4 keeps getting those hook shots. He still can get the Grave out during the battery assault, but, well, Nier, don't you want to help out?
It doesn't even matter.
Nier just walked past.
I mean, he got the assist just because of having Scorched
Yep.
Earth, but otherwise he was like, nah, you got this, it's fine.
Yeah, enjoy your little moment there. Oh god. Well, they get at least a couple of kills. It is 19 to 18, so you know it's even still in kills, but it just does not feel even. It's still it is again 10k gold in favor of Power Rangers. Experience graph went back to 0 and then came back to 6k. Whoa, those wolves! They might actually kill up Cheshire Cat. He got a Necronomicon unit in that one, so he has to be careful. The arrow still flying from the Necronomicon archer. One more hit from the wolf might actually get the kill. Yes, Lycan gets it. Long range kill, nicely done for him for sure, and that's all from
Cheshire
killing
Cat
off the
is not having a
Necronomicon.
good game.
No, not at all.
He's not having a good game at all, and I mean, you talked about the Boots of Travel earlier. Maybe that was a mistake. They seem a pretty good item on Ember Spirit normally, but one thing that he's struggling with is he's just too squishy for this game. There's a lot of big AoE combos, and there's a lot of, these big scary spells being dropped on people, right? Things like Static Storm, Doom. These are spells that you need a fair amount of HP to be able to survive through, and it's not like they're dropping them on Moon because he's got a Lincoln Sphere. So
Yep.
Cheshire Cat is the automatic target every single time that Goomba can manage to focus down on a target, and he just dies every single time. He's going for a Battle Fury. He'll get it soon-ish. It's pretty late though. It's a cost-effective damage item on Ember Spirit, but he is going to have to play as basically that guy who sits at the back of the fight and just Sleight of Fist, which is not all that Ember can do. Ember can do a lot more than that by jumping in with Remnants and with Flame Garden.
And
Yeah,
Slave
it's
Fist
not
is
nice
also
to have
so
to
long
fight to Fisting.
cooldown.
It's not so much now that he's maxed it out, though. It's only 6 seconds, but
Oh,
yeah,
true.
some of these fights have been very fast, and
Yeah, they have
Goomba have a lot of healing, so this Sleight of Fist Ember, he's not going to be doing too much.
You know what they need? I mean, they have the pipe now ready on the Darkseer, which is great, but they need a Veil.
A Veil would be a pretty strong item for both of these teams here. It's a lot more less reliable for PR. It's much more reliable for Goomba, but yeah, Goomba is still a fair amount behind on items, and who's going to build it up other than perhaps maybe the Clockwork could do it?
And they need a pipe first. I would, for Goomba, I would favor a pipe over a Veil.
Yeah, I mean, they kind of need both.
Yeah.
They're struggling for a lot of things here.
Yeah,
At the very least, PR don't have BKBs, but Kunkka, he's going to be building up one. Yeah, I was going to say yet.
Look at that! We've got ourselves a Battle Fury #1, a Cheshire Cat. I say #1 because we have, of course, seen a lot of Embers going for multiple Battle Furies. But having one
generally,
start is there.
generally, if you do go for a Battle Fury and Ember, the most cost-efficient way I think to do it, I'm not entirely sure about this, is generally if you're going to go Battle Fury at all, you have to basically go 2 or 3. Otherwise, it's just not very cost-effective. But yeah, it's not a huge item for him this game. He needs a few more of them. It's mostly for farming at this stage. I mean, which is traditionally what Battle Fury is before, but a lot of people say, oh, you know, Battle Fury Ember is just for damage. One, perhaps not so much. Especially at this point, he's got no other damage items.
Yeah, it looks like we have got a bit of an impasse here in this game. I mean, we have got a couple of pickups, sure, but
other than Scandal goes in on this mid lane.
Yeah, he has got a Shadow Blade, actually. But, Nier in some trouble. Lincoln is already popped, and that's going to be Nier getting sent back home, vacuum or not. Here he comes.
Yeah, but with the Doom back home, and with the Lycan far up, they might just decide to try and push now, or try and gain a little bit more map control. I think that's PR's next way of doing things, and yeah, Cogs to block off that area there.
Yeah,
Weaver's just going to go for a straight heart.
Like, Roshan is up again soon, and I think that's what both teams are waiting for right now, because if you would lose a fight right now, you might lose your Roshan with that as well. As in the meantime, of course, Lycan has to try and split push as much as he can. There's still all the tier 2 towers left standing, by the way, and all of them have got full health. That is pretty scary. As do they have a gem, or did they just... Yeah, they have a gem on Chill, so they just counter-warded the ward that Power Rangers put down. And we're gonna expect more of that to happen, because especially around Roche Pit. Wow, they're very unlucky with Roshan, aren't they? This is 2 minutes and 40 seconds worth of Roshan waiting time.
Man, I mean, the good thing for Goomba is that A, they're on the dire side, B, they have Rocket Flare, so they can keep on scouting this out pretty much constantly, and they can also use it to try and counter push lanes and just give them a little bit more time. I've got to say, Chill's been having a phenomenal game, just as he misses a hook shot, but Chill's been having a great game on an off-lane Clockwork here. Of course, he did get a lane, and they ended up doing pretty well on, but I mean, that's mostly down to his own play. It's not like Clockwork automatically wins his lanes or anything, so yeah, I mean, Chill's doing great, but so he's able to carry the gem for his team, but otherwise, his team is still struggling a lot. Even though they're up kills-wise, I mean, the net worth for the heroes at this point, Weaver is absolutely enormous. He's building up a heart as his next item. And this is smart because Goomba, they don't have enough to lock him down with. They're going to need like an Abyssal Blade or something just to stop him.
Yeah, and where's the damage going to come from? Even if there's an Abyssal, it's only Lycan that has the power to do that. As they do smoke up for Goomba, they don't smoke up with Lycan, they smoke up with
Cheshire
Cheshire Cat. He's able to get away, he gets doomed. He will get glimpsed soon as well. In comes a torrent and a boat though, as the boat actually will miss. The glimpse still gets Cheshire Cat, and that's going to be the kill right there. Scandal will have to just move away and let it happen. Nice pick off.
Poor Cheshire Cat, man.
And yeah, I mean, but the thing is, Cheshire Cat, he is being the ultimate martyr right here. He died 6 times, which yeah, is bad, but it's better than having someone else picked off. Scandal is getting pretty fat. He has his BKB ready now as well. Moon has only died twice. And if you're gonna have one of your cores picked up, well then it better be Cheshire Cat, because he is already shut down anyway.
Yeah, and the big thing about this, about him going down, is that if you look at his net worth, it's not like he's losing that badly.
Oh my god, nuke down, nicely done, and this could actually be Roshan. Roshan is gonna be up in a second. Glimpse. Oh, BKB turned on by Weaver, or by Scandal, so he's gonna be okay. But that's a 10-second BKB charge to not get glimpsed into.
And they're still chasing after him. Chill is still going after Scandal here, but he looks like he's not going to be able to get him.
Nope.
They can decide to go for this Roshan, but there's a big wave pushing up on the top lane. Where's the Weaver? That's the big thing.
X marked the spot. Where's that boat? No boat, no mana. No follow-up. Cheshire Cat just doing a bit of flame guard while he is showing that he is still here. Of course, that's the biggest thing. OD actually pops his wolf form. They want to go for this. The glimpse back for the Darkseer. And Darkseer dead means no mechanism for the fight, but the boat still hits upon 2. Odie and Nier. Hand of God coming out. Odie pops his BKB, will still got picked up by the Darkseer. And his illusions though. Cheshire Cat now chasing. 1 down. Venito will be the second one to go down. Chill is going to be the third if they get it. The Static Storm still doing so much, but it's not doing enough. Or is it? No, it's not. Chill going to get picked up as well. And now Nier is the only one that survived that one. And that is gonna be a Roshan for Power Rangers.
Yeah, and I mean, even though Goomba, it looked like they were going to turn it around then with the clockwork cogs into the static storm. It's just not enough though at this stage. The big problem for Goomba is they only have one person who's actually able to do any physical damage output. Doom, he's just had to go for basically tank items and aura, so he's not doing anything. And the Lycan, he ran in with his BKB, and it's just not enough. PR, they already have a ton of physical damage on multiple people on their side. Scandal, Cheshire Cat, and Moon all do plenty. And the thing is Dazzle can put down minus armor as well. It's difficult for them to actually try and take this fight, and Weaver is now invincible. I'm just going to straight up say it. Yeah. He's picked up a full heart, he's got Aegis as well. There's no way that Goomba can actually kill him anymore.
And they can't
unless he runs in
anymore,
their fountain.
Because
they can
J4
run
got
into their fountain, that's it. Yeah, and the gem is lost as well. He can basically solo carry this game now. If he wants to, he can go for a crit, he can go for butterfly, it doesn't even matter too much.
Well, as long as he's